There you go, septictank.co.uk. And today I'm going to talk about something that is very controversial. That is getting me called lots of names, lots of people calling me names because of what I'm about to discuss, lots of people swearing at me, wanting to hurt me. I'm serious, right? I really am serious. So let me tell you but listen, the whole point I'm about to tell you, is because I want you to save money and I want to help you, full stop. I don't want your money. There's no con, there's no catch. This is a live broadcast because I've been doing septic tanks for, I don't know, 20 years now. And there's changes coming that are going to stress everyone out. And so I'm trying to preempt a situation and basically show you something that's going to happen that will save you lots and lots of money. So there's good news. That is the whole point of doing what I'm doing. So let me just start with this. Right, I'll be back in a sec. There we go. Okay, I've got the pen now. I'm back. So let me show you what I'm going to talk about. Here we go. All right. It's called the Septic Tank Ban. Right? And yes, I know. It's kind of, what the hell is this thing? What is it? Who are you talking about? What's going on? It's a con. You know, on the 1st of Jan, all right, let's just put this in perspective, right? On the 1st of January, 2020, if you're wondering why I'm looking down this way, it's because I've got a computer monitor there and it just shows me I'm not writing outside of the whiteboard. But the point is, on the 1st of Jan, 2020, new rules and regulations come into force, right, that the British government have set out, right? They go live and they become in force. And they're called the General Binding Rules. Many people are calling it the Septic Tank Ban. So what is the Septic Tank Ban all about? Well, in a nutshell, I'm going to show you. Right, excuse me from flitting here to there, but I've got all my erasers and my gloss everywhere. Right, okay. Right, so, you know, but it is good. It's amazing. I got this whiteboard last year and it's just been amazing. You know, the best thing I've ever got. But anyway, let me tell you what the General Binding Rules or the Septic Tank Ban is all about. Number one, right, basically it's been brought about because the government want to stop pollution. All right, they want to stop pollution, and many septic tanks are discharging directly into watercourses. All right, that's the biggest thing of the septic tank ban, right? All right, so I'm going to put it here. Any septic tank that discharges into a watercourse. All right. So after the 1st of January, any septic tank that discharges into a watercourse, by watercourse I mean a river, a stream, a ditch, a culvert, anything like that, a brook, will become illegal, right? Because raw sewage goes into a septic tank. Raw sewage comes out of a septic tank, in this instance, directly into a watercourse. So any septic tank that is discharging into a watercourse after the 1st of 2020 will become illegal. That's a fact, right? You only have to go on to .gov website and type in General Binding Rules and you see it. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna like what I'm telling you here, but nevertheless, it's coming. As I said, the whole reason I'm telling you that is because I've got some really good news to tell you about this that can help you easily and simply and cheaply fix your septic tank and make it legal. That's the whole point I'm doing this live broadcast. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I don't want to sell you anything. I don't want your money. So just, if you've just joined me, just let me put your mind at rest. I'm just giving you the facts for a minute, right? So these are the facts. Okay. So 1st of January, if your septic tank discharges directly into a watercourse, it will become illegal. Full stop. No ifs, no buts. That's number one. Okay. That's the most important. That's one of the biggest. Oh, and why they're calling it the septic tank ban is because when the government agencies go around to your house or my house, and if they find that our septic tank is discharging into a watercourse, then they'll ban you from using your septic tank. That's why it's called the septic tank ban. Okay. All right. So that's number one. All right. They want to stop pollution. All right. Number two, obviously, they want to stop pollution, but the second reason is also to stop pollution. But under this one, there's like different requirements, okay, which will make your septic tank or my septic tank illegal. Okay, so, and again, just go on to .gov, general binding rules, and you can see this for yourself, right? So if any septic tank is leaking, that means if it's got any cracks in it, if the mortar and the cement have crumbled and sewage effluent is seeping out, is leaking out, that's what they mean by that. If it's leaking, if the soakaway is blocked, or if it's not draining away, or if there's water bubbling up, or pools of water, pools or puddles of water above septic tank or the soakaway. So what that means is, so it can be puddles. So if there's puddles of water, wet grass, because I mean, at the end of the day, the water is sewage, raw sewage. It's sewage effluent. You call it wastewater, but if it's leaking, if your soakaway is blocked, if it's not draining away properly, if there's pools or puddles of water, if above where the septic tank or the soakaway is, especially on the grass or the drive, then after the 1st of January, your septic tank will become illegal. All right. And so the only way to get around this, right, the government state on the website clearly that if your septic tank or if my septic tank develops any of those symptoms, right, then we have to do either one of these things. We either have to repair or replace our septic tank and soakaway. So if the pipe, okay, so let me show you, okay, because I said I was going to show you how to save money here, didn't I? Okay, so those are your two options. Number one, you can either repair or you can either replace your septic tank and soakaway. Now, this is stressing people out because it's just another thing. It's another bill to pay. It's another, people don't want, they already get fined for dropping litter now. They already get fined for speeding. They don't want to get fined because their septic tank's leaking. They don't want to get fined because their septic tank is discharging into some ditch. They don't want this. And as I said before, people are getting really angry about this, shouting and swearing, threatening to beat me up and stuff. Well, not just me, but I suppose anyone that's bringing this news to them. But it's a reality and it's coming. But as I said, I'm going to show you two simple ways, right now, where you can save thousands and thousands of pounds, right? Okay, that's the whole point I'm doing this. Now, many companies are taking advantage of people at the moment because they have to repair or replace a septic tank. A guy rang me up last week, right? Because this guy was worried about the new rules and regulations that are coming into force. And guess how much he was quoted to repair his septic tank and soakaway? He was given a quote of £15,000. Now that's an obscene amount of money, and that's been quite generous and liberal there, right? People have been charged, quoted 15, 20, 25, 30,000 quid because they're saying to them, no, No, the septic tank ban. It means all septic tanks should be banned or will be banned and become illegal. Let me just stop there. Not every septic tank up and down the country will become illegal, only certain ones. But please, 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 before you spend another penny, before you fork out 15, 20, 30, 40 grand replacing your system, let me show you a really simple solution that will, if your septic tank is discharging into a river, a stream, a brook, a culvert, or whatever, I'm going to show you a really cost-effective, legal and simple fix. Have a look at this, right? All right, so to do this, I need to draw you a quick picture, but what I'm about to show you, you'll thank me for, and hopefully you might even buy me a pint or two. Right. Okay. So let me show you this. Okay. So let's say, all right, this is your house. Okay. So just bear with me a second as I draw my lovely play school house. Probably shows my age. Do you remember play school and Humpty Dumpty, stuff like that? Anyway, I'm sure the house always used to look like that in it. Okay. All right. So here we go. So there's your house. And that's supposed to be the grass, right? All right, so in fact, let me show it to you like this. If I actually, because this will make more sense now. Yeah, let me do that again. All right, so let me go down. All right, now you'll understand why I've done that now. So let's say this is your house. There's your septic tank. All right, and here, is, can you see it on the end there? Yeah, you can just about see it. All right, and there's your river and your watercourse, right? That's your watercourse and your river. And so what's happening at the moment, I mean, this is a really basic illustration of what's happening, but nevertheless, it's the principle holds true. So basically the septic tank here fills up with wastewater from your property. All right. It reaches the outlet pipe, and then all the sewage effluent makes its way and goes into the ditch or the watercourse. Now, as I said to you, on the 1st of Jan 2020, this will become illegal, and you know, people will be fined. So this is basically what the septic tank ban is trying to target. This, all right, this form of pollution. And based on this, many companies will come around and they'll say, oh man, you know, what you're doing is wrong, man. Give us 20,000 quid and we'll fix the problem. No, before you do that, please consider, seriously consider getting yourself a septic tank converter. Let me show you what I mean. They're amazing. And they're all fully legal and government backed and government approved and approved by UK building regs. Instead of having to replace your septic tank, right, most septic tanks that are made of bricks, that are made of concrete, they last forever unless there's been an earthquake or tsunami, or been, you know, a motorway's gone over it. Most septic tanks, you know, flipping all outlived me, our grandkids, their kids, you know. So, you know, get someone to check the integrity and the structure of your septic tank. Just because your septic tank's polluting a ditch doesn't mean it's bad or it's tired or it's worn or it needs replacing. That's number one. Secondly, as I said to you, instead of having to relocate your septic tank and your soak away, or some companies will say, no, you must now put in a sewage treatment plant. You must get one of these biodigesters and put it in. Yes, we know they're 15 or 25,000 quid, but it's the only way to make your tank legal. It's not true. This is how you can also make your septic tank fully legal. Get a septic tank converter. All that you do is, in between the watercourse and the septic tank, you dig a hole. You just dig a hole. That's right, just dig a hole. And you put a septic tank converter in. septic tank converter. All right, can you see that on the picture there? Yeah, you can see that. So you put a septic tank converter in there, and what happens is all the sewage, raw sewage, all the sewage effluent leave the house. It'll leave the house. All the raw sewage goes from your house. Yes, it'll still go into your septic tank. All the raw sewage will then leave the septic tank and it will go into the converter. It's called a septic tank converter because it turns your sewage waste, your sewage effluent, right, into clean wastewater. And it comes with a government certificate, right? So it goes through this converter. It's transformed into clean water and it can still go into the ditch. That way, right? Do you want to know how much these septic tank converters are? Are they 15 grand? Are they 20? Are they 25 grand? No, they're nowhere near the price of electric sewage treatment plants or having to replace your septic tank and soak away. Let me show you the price, right, of a septic tank converter. They're 2,999. Full stop. That's it. So for just under 3 grand, right, you can fix your septic tank problem. That means, right, so what 15 take away 3 is what you will save, right? This septic tank converter here will save you, right, a minimum of 13,000 quid, right? People are starting to ring me up, and I know the going rate of what I've been doing this 20 years. I know what people are charging. People are coming in, they're saying, oh, mate, you know, it's going to cost us 15, 20 grand to put a new system here to get it right. It's all right, maybe that is what they're going to charge you to do it. But I'm just saying, these septic tank converters, they don't need any electricity. There's no moving parts, there's no cogs, there's no bearings, there's no pulleys, there's no motors, there's no shafts in them. I mean, if you think about it, electric sewage treatment plant, it's got water, it's got moisture, it's got sewage, and they've got motors and cogs and pulleys in there. They only have a year's warranty anyway with them, right? No, these septic tank converters, right, they're non-electrical. They don't break down, they don't need servicing, and as I said to you, they're government approved, and they'll save you 13 grand. Right, that's minimum of what they're saving. The guy last week, right, he bought one of these off me, saved himself 12,000 quid, just like that, right? Just like that. So that's why I said, when I got some good news to tell you, I wasn't kidding, was I? And so if you want to know where to get a septic tank converter, you can just go to septictank.co.uk. You can just get yourself one there. But I'm going to show you something else now that will save you even more money, right? Let me show you this. Right, so let me just do this, right? Now, this will blow your mind, what I'm about to show you. This will blow your mind, right, what I'm about to show you now, right? And this is free. This is not going to cost you a penny. This will, oh man, it's costing me to tell you this, right? But I'm very happy to do so because what I'm about to show you costs zero, and it will make your septic tank fully compliant, right? And save you thousands and thousands of pounds. Have a look at this, right? Right, so let me do your little house again. Right, so now, obviously this only applies to you if you're a septic tank owner, right? So let's say you're a septic tank owner, right? So let me redo the septic tank. So this is the waste pipe from the house. All right, let's just do a new septic tank here, okay? There's your new septic tank. This pipe here, that just goes to the soak away, okay? So if I just put that to soak away, and this is your septic tank here. All right. So how am I going to save you 13, 25, 35,000 quid, right? Because if you're a septic tank owner, solicitors and people buying houses that have got septic tanks in are getting people to drop their prices by 15, 20, 25, 30,000 quid. I kid you not. My phones are ringing all the time from people whose heads are done in. They're angry and they're stressed because the people buying their house want to knock them down 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand, right? But I'm going to show you how you can save. You can save thousands and thousands of pounds, right? So what happens is this. Let me explain what happens, right? All right. So let me explain what happens. Someone comes to buy your house, right? Or my house. Now let's pretend, because you've got to get into this. You've got to understand this, though. You've got to understand it, right? Because it does people's heads in when they first initially come across this problem. But you've got to understand that the people buying your house or my house, right, may have never heard of a septic tank before. They may have never had a septic tank. It's all right for you or for me. We've had a septic tank, so we know what they're like. We know how often we've had it emptied. So we're familiar with it. But you've got to pretend that the people buying your property haven't got a clue about what a septic tank is, right? Or maybe they've had a septic tank and they've had problems. So this is the thing. They come to buy your house, right? Then they find out, it shows up from the solicitor that you got a septic tank. And they're like, a septic what? We've been on mains drainage. All right, what is this septic tank? Well, okay, and this is how it goes, right? All our waste, from the toilet, the bidet, the shower, the bath, the dishwasher, the washing machine, the sink, the toilets, all goes into a septic tank and it drains into the ground. And they're like, okay, that's fine. So, how old's the septic tank that they've got in? And so this is where the journey starts. The solicitor will come back to you, right? And he'll say, okay, Mr. Bloggs, okay, Jason, tell us a bit about the septic tank that you've got in your garden. Oh, and everyone's like, oh, crap. Okay. And they rummage around and they get their septic tank emptying receipts out and they hand those to the solicitor, and the solicitor's like, okay, thanks very much. Okay, so then he'll hand them to the people buying your house. And they'll say, well, this doesn't tell us anything. It doesn't tell us what system they've got in. It doesn't tell us the age of it. It doesn't tell us the condition of it. It doesn't tell us the capacity of it. It doesn't tell us how often they were maintained. And so this starts to drag on. So you just want to sell your house, right? But suddenly you're tied up for 2 months with all these flaming questions and stuff, and no one's getting to the bottom or getting any satisfying answers. And this is what's happening, right? And so the people say, stuff it, right? They get 2 or 3 people in, and they say, give us a quote to put a new septic tank or sewage system in. And that's what's happening. The people come and say, that septic tank in that house that you're looking to buy, number one, it's going to be illegal after the 1st of Jan 2020. And secondly, it's tired, it's worn. Listen, I'll tell you what, and they're giving quotes to people, right? They're giving 18,000, 25,000, 35,000 quid quotes, right? Then the people looking to buy your house will come back to you through the solicitor and they'll say, we'll buy your house if you drop the price of the house down by what it's going to cost with the guys that we want to hire to put a new septic tank and soak away in. And it's doing people's heads in. Could you imagine this, right? You've got your house, but the people will only buy your house if you drop it down 15, 25, 35,000 quid. And it's blowing people's minds. That's the situation. It's a real situation and it's happening here and now. But this, what I'm about to show you, will save you thousands of pounds. Have a look at this. This is a government compliance form. Okay. Now, on UK building regs, right? They have the template there. And this form, right? This form will save you thousands. If you're a septic tank owner, you really need to listen to this, right? It's free. I don't want you to buy it. It's free, right? You'll notice that there's blanks on here. Now, this government compliance form, what you do, you fill in the blanks. All right, so it explains what system you've got, how often you get it maintained. You fill this in yourself, right? How old your system is, what you've had done to it, what you haven't had done to it, dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. So now when you come to sell your house, right, and their solicitor comes to you and says, what system have you got in, what condition is it in, what's made, you can just hand them the government compliance form. And he gets it, he looks at it, and he goes, wow, I know all about the system they've got in now. I don't have to ask them a million questions. The people buying a house then get this. They'll say, oh, look, government, all right, maintenance notice in accordance with UK building regs. Right, okay, we know what system we're buying, we know the age of it, we know the condition of it, we know how often they've had it maintained, we know this, we know that. That form, that government compliance form, will save you a minimum of 15, 20, 25,000 quid. And that was the good news that I wanted to share with you today. Now, come on, you tell me, right? You tell me that that isn't good news, all right? So there you go. So that's basically it. See, yes, the septic tank ban is coming into force on the 1st of Jan 2020. It is. But there's a lot of misinformation out there, right? If your septic tank is discharging into a watercourse, don't spend 15, 20, 25, 35, 45,000 quid on replacing your system. Have a look at the septic tank converters, septictank.co.uk there, all right? They're legal and they'll save you thousands of pounds. Just do some research on it before, you take the people's word who have come round to replace your system, because they have to make a living, right? People have to make a living. And there's a lot of misinformation and there's a lot of scare tactics out there. If you're a septic tank owner and you've got a septic tank and you're selling your house, get yourself a government compliance form. Just go to septictank.co.uk. On the top left hand side of the screen there, you'll see how to beat the septic tank ban. Just go down and download as many copies as you want. They're free. I don't want a penny off you, and there's no catch, right? Display one in your kitchen. Display one in your utility room. Hand one to your solicitor, obviously after you filled it in. Then fill it in first and then display one in your kitchen, one in your utility room. And hand one to your solicitor. And this will save you thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds when you come to sell your house. And that's it. That's what I wanted to share with you today. So this is a big, big, big thing on the horizon on the 1st of Jan 2020. There's no need to be frustrated or stressed or worried about it. If you're worried about it, if you want free advice, free information, then just go to septictank.co.uk. Just go there. If you're wondering why I keep looking over there, it's because my screen's there and I have to make sure I'm still in the screen, right? Because I've got this eye looking at me right here, which is my camera. But yeah, so go to septictank.co.uk or ring me on 0800 907 0051. But either way, right, please, don't let it stress you out. Don't let it worry you. Don't let people bully you into spending 15, 25, 30, 45,000 quid on a solution. There are other cheaper legal alternatives. And last of all, and I know I've said it 5, 10, 20 times, right? If you've got a septic tank and you want to do yourself a big favor, even if you're not selling now, even if you may not even sell next year or in the next 5 years, but this government compliance form, right, save you a lot of hassle. Because when the government inspectors start coming round, imagine they come round to your house on the 2nd of Jan 2020. They'll say, hello, Mr. Bloggs, what system have you got in? Oh, and you'll run around getting all those septic tank emptying receipts out and stuff like that. You don't have to do that. You can just fill this in, can't you? And hand them this. And they'll be like, wow, responsible septic tank owner. Wow, okay. Yeah, thanks a lot. So you can see there logically, simply and reasonably what that form will do for you. So listen, thank you very much for watching. My pen's breaking apart. Thank you very much for watching this live broadcast today. And yeah, thanks for watching all of my live broadcasts. And listen, I hope you have a great evening. I hope this information has helped you. And listen, I'll speak to you tomorrow. You take care now.